So his second question, because he had another one right afterwards. If I can click on it, I want to click. There we go. I was going to send him a message, and I didn't, because it's easier for me. I suck at typing, so it's easier to do this. He said, hi, a few more questions on Aces High 2. Do you need a tracking headset like Track IR to view behind you or all around, and what is your opinion of these devices, such as Track IR or similar devices, if you've used them? I've never used Track IR. I would like to use Track IR, but I know it's going to be like rudder pedals. It's going to take some getting used to. I use the hat switch. In fact, let me make sure that y'all can see it here. Move my Chinese food out of the way. It's delicious, by the way. Stay. Let's pick this guy up here. So here it is. We're gonna pull out a little bit. This is my beautiful machine. Look at it. It's like, oh no, it's just Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. You can get them at Walmart for $30. In fact, if y'all, I guess I could walk you through. I actually have mine programmed at the moment. Looking straight down from the top of the controller. I mean, I'm right-handed, so I don't know about you cats. You have your hat switch, and that's forward is up, and then left, right, and straight back is straight back. It's pretty self-explanatory. On the side, you have your. This is secondary fire or drop bombs and rockets. My trigger fires all guns. To include if I have rockets or something set up, then that's what it's going to fire everything that can go. Trying to recall. This button is combat trim. This is secondary select, so it swaps through my bombs and rockets and everything else. This is zoom. You can see how dark it is compared to the other ones because of my glove. This is WEP. Then I like this one because of the twist. You have the twist in the stick, and it's very small. I mean, this is full left, and this is full right. The Cyborg Evo, the one I played with before, it had a lot of movement in it, and for very small airplanes like I fly, it's not what you need. So moving down here, I have landing gear, flaps up, flaps down, clipboard up and down, and then this is squad channel and F12. So I can control everything from right here on my joystick, and the only thing that I have to reach up to do on the keyboard is actually type. And that's it. So I mean, everything else is in the joystick, which is what I set up when I used to play with a laptop, and I didn't have time to reach up and hit something on the dial. Everything is here on the dial within easy access. I mean, everything's so close. Obviously, the setup isn't for everybody, but you know, it's what I use. So let's see. Okay. Okay, it's happy now, I think. Or maybe I'll just jump off here and attack. Anyhow, so that's how I have my joystick set up. Back to your question. The devices are extremely handy because what happens is if you don't know how Track IR works, it mounts on the top of your dial just like a web camera, and you mount a sensor here on the dial or some kind of hootis that freaking sits here, and it detects it almost like a Wii, the Wii remote. You know how you move the Wii remote around, and it picks it up on your head, on your hat. Anyway, so when you move, what you do is you keep your eyes focused on the screen, and you just move your hat. You just move your dial, and then the head inside the actual game rotates. And so, say I've got a guy above me, so I'm looking up. So what I do is I keep looking at the screen, and I just pick my head up. So now my screen moves upward, but I'm still staring at the screen because obviously I can't, look upward unless I had a monitor up here, which would be cool, but I don't have that much money. But anyhow, so and so I'm gonna look this way, and I'm gonna stay staring at the screen, and then I'm gonna look this way, and I'm gonna stay staring at the screen. I can look downward and stay staring at my instruments and stuff like that. So it's extremely handy, and I would assume that what you do is you just move your hat switch to, like, I want to look left, so I would look left. Now I'm looking out the left side of the screen, but now I can lean, I can look over stuff, and the entire time I'm just focused on whatever I'm looking at. You know, like say I'm looking out of the front and I got the gun sight in a way, and so I just lean to the left a little bit and look around my gun sight. I'll pitch up and actually look around the gun sight, which is pretty handy. And so I'm planning on buying Track IR at some point. I just hadn't got around to it. Hadn't been super important. I hear it makes a lot of people nauseous while they're flying, so maybe it's something else to watch out about. But I think it's like $60 to get it, which is not very much. Or it might be $100. I could be wrong. So they're extremely handy, and I think that for games like Rise of Flight, World War I, where you have a secondary wing above you, I think that it's a necessity, I would have to say, to have Track IR. And then for this game, you can get away with it. I mean, I've been doing it for years, but I think that it would be way better to your SA, situational awareness, once you had it up and ready to go. So now, I approve of Track IR. I think that you should. If you really want to get that extra deal, go ahead and get started early with it. Get in the training arena or the dueling arena or somewhere like that where it's not going to, affect you. You don't have to fly 20 minutes to get to a fight and then get shot down in the first, 30 seconds. And get it tested out and get used to it. Let's see. But no, you do not have to use Track IR in order to do it. You can just operate with a hat switch. Heck, some people even operate with just a number pad. So it's not a necessity to have Track IR. Most of your people that play in there don't have it. The better pilots do, because they've been around a long time and they like that extra ability to look around stuff, and it's handy for them, so they get used to it. So he goes, can you recommend a very good but also affordable joystick from $30 to $100? Right now I have a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, which is what I have, which seems good, but not crazy about the throttle, and I'm thinking there are better ones. There are better ones. The Logitech Extreme 3D Pro is just about as cheap as you can go, and still have rudder control, which is absolute necessity. If you're flying right now and you have no rudder control, throw that bastard away, go to Walmart for $30, get you a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. Yes, I wear them out in about 6 to 8 months, depending on just sometimes. I've had one break, and it was still controllable. It was actually in a video. I was testing an A20, and I pushed forward, and I did something, and all of a sudden the controller it died. It just flopped over. I was like, what the hell is this and that? So anyways, they're only $30. So, keep that in mind when you get hold of one. Good controllers. I enjoy using them. I compare them to having an Xbox controller. After a few months, heavy gameplay, it's going to wear out. It's going to go bad. $30. You can go more expensive. You can get CH, or he's talking about, what about the Thrustmaster T-Flight X-Flight stick? Another excellent stick. A lot of the people use the Thrustmasters. You can get them for cheaper on eBay. If you haven't checked this out before, if you don't have a profile on the forum for ASSI, I would suggest doing that. And there's actually a classified section in there, and you can actually ask, hey, does anybody have this certain flight stick? What do you think about it? Does anybody want to sell one? I'm willing to buy one for this much, this much. People put up stuff they want for sale when they start to quit the game for a little bit, or they'll have extra stuff that they've had stashed up and say, hey, I've got all these extra parts. I'm going to build one. Who wants one? So a lot of times, if you're going to stick with the game, they'll send it to you for free. One of the guys, CLAT, sent my dad a set of rudder pedals for free. And so, I mean, you may be able to get some stuff for nothing. Maybe even Track IR, you never can tell. Essentially, it's like pistols, shoes, gloves, or baseball cap. You got to find what fits you. You got to find what fits your flight style and what makes sense to you. I like the Extreme 3D Pro. A lot of people don't because of how twitchy it is, how much sensitivity it has. I like it because of that. When I go left, it's going left, and I don't have to go 12 feet with it. It's 3 inches. It's like, yep, and I'm going left. That's as much left as I got. It's going right now, and it's going to happen. There's no dead zone. It's like flying a kite. When I pull up, it goes. When I pull fucking left, it goes left. So where I put it is where I point it is where it goes. So that's my deal. But there is no best airplane. There's no best country. There's no best joystick. There's no best this, best that. It's whatever you're proficient with, whatever you feel comfortable flying, and whatever you feel comfortable using. For starting out, for cheap. You lose your stick in the middle of the day, you get used to Extreme 3D Pro, you can find one everywhere. Best Buy, Target, Walmart. It is the epitome of the cheap controller. But when I say cheap, there's nothing wrong with it. Personally, I've never had an issue with them. Never. Typically, I lose a button. One of the buttons on the top will go out when I use a lot. It'll be zoom or switch weapon, maybe WEP, one of those top buttons, or I'll lose looking back. Like I'll be pulling back on it and it doesn't work, or it's glitchy or something like that. And then I just put it in the trash and I get a new one, $30. We're talking 6 to 8 months lifetime. Some people have had them last longer than that, but I'm rough on my controllers, so yours may last 10 years, and mine may last like 3 months. So that's pretty much the end all be all on that. I hope that answers your question, Magic Man. I hope that answers any questions for anybody else. And if you could put some comments in here about what you kind of think about this kind of answer and questions. It's usually questions before the answers. You ask a question, get an answer. I'm gonna get it down eventually. I understand that you guys kind of enjoy this portion. I think I kind of have the corner here as far as I'm a pilot, but I'm not like one of the super professional ones. But at the same time, I can talk to you guys, and I don't have any issues, talking in front of the camera. And it's not, I say a lot or something like that, but it's pretty much straightforward. I'm giving you the information you need to be successful, and I'm not blowing a bunch of smoke up your butt about it. It's like, this is what I've done, this is what I've seen people do, this is who you should talk to about this and this and this. So, feel free to ask me questions at any time. There's going to be 2 links down below. I like doing that. That's pretty cool. You think about it. Okay, down there. You know where down there is. Yeah, Anyway, there's 2 links down there. One is a Facebook page that I started eons ago, but haven't really messed with. It's been open for a long time. It's Vudu's Aces High page or some kind of garbage like that. It's got some kind of, I don't know why I'm dinking around. I can look at it right here on the internet. I'm here on the computer. Power of computers nowadays, Vudu Vince's Aces High page. Anyhow, so I have this page, Vudu Vince's Aces High page. I'm going to post a link in the info down at the bottom, and you guys can take a look at it. And there's also going to be a link to my Twitch TV channel. I'm going to start trying to, for the next couple months before I get out of the Army here, I'm going to try and be doing something. It may be DayZ, or it might be Aces High, or Rise of Flight, or who knows. It may just be me staring at a webcam or something, eating Chinese food or something. Just like, anyhow, you never can tell what it's going to be. 6 p.m. And on Central Standard Time, U.S. Probably 6 p.m. to midnight at the latest. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But if you could get this out to your friends, or want to get more folks for Aces High, at least get them to try it out. If they've ever wanted to play a game where they could fight against, a lot of folks, in a realistic setting as an MMO. I know that the $15 is really a breaker for some folks, but the more folks who get in to check it, the more folks that there are that will end up staying, and it's just where, that's just where it's really going to work for us. So, if you can get it out there, post my videos on YouTube, or tell your friends about it. Hey, there's this crazy guy named Vudu Vince, crazy Texas kid, and he plays this game, and he cusses all the time and causes a bunch of shit for people. Whatever you can do to help. This game's for all of us. It's it's all of our games. So put the information out there that you can, and rate, comment, subscribe. I know a lot of you guys are already subscribed. You're probably the only ones watching the damn thing anyway. But anyhow, if y'all like this video kind of deal, I just set up my XSplit broadcaster again, so that's what I'm using right now to do this. Then that would be cool. If y'all want to ask me questions, I can answer it like this and post it, Anyway, so thank you, 882 Magic Man. And I'll see you guys when I see y'all. Oh, I gotta hit this button up here.